Shiba. 7.
Shiba Inu, ring 7 please. Shiba Inu, ring 7.
Okay, we're back. And since yung aso ni ni Miss boxer fancier na si Miss Marilyn I will be competing in this ring, so tahimik muna siya, magpapahinga muna siya. She might join us later on, but for now I'm with the equally very good Sydney Bascon. Yan. So kami yung makakasama nyo dito sa coverage ng live stream para sa third and final show, which is the FCI show for today. So this is in ring 1 and we now have boxers. Okay? Sydney.
Sabi ko.
Ay. Hindi, dapat. So, kung may katanungan po kayo tungkol dito sa mga boxers, kasi it's easier for us to give you some insights because we're here and the dogs are actually in front of us. Sayang lang, hindi natin makakasama si Miss Marilyn. Pero we can give you, basic tips and insights on dog care, dog selection, preparation for the show dog for dog shows, at saka yung pong mga iba pang insights na pwede naman ma-share sa atin ni Miss Sydney Bascon. So ayan po, may una na tayong tanong. Meron ba live feed for Labrador Retriever? Meron po, pero hindi po ngayon araw na to. Isang araw na lang po yung show na natitira natin bukas. At let me just check kung papasok pa yung Labrador Retrievers bukas. Tomorrow morning we will have the Labrador Retrievers 9
At 9
9. So siguraduhin po ninyo na mag-tune in kayo sa live stream bukas kasi doon po natin makikita yung competition ring para sa Labrador Retriever. 9 a.m. ang umpisa po.
May you remind again that only the official photographers, pursue animal scene and further photography are allowed to take photographs inside the ring.
Okay, so may comment din naman si Annalisa. Sabi niya, yay, cropped and duck dogs on live. Yes, because this is what the original concept for the breeds were. Okay? They were originally cropped and duck, lalong-lalo na since they are working dogs, and there's a reason for that as we explained earlier. Now, next year or 2 years after, you may not be able to see them anymore during the FCI shows or lalo na dito sa Philippine Circuit kasi that they will only be viewed sa mga non-FCI shows.
So our judge for ring number 1, Mr. Gerson Ayala of Guatemala.
Dapat doon para over this. Sige, I'll continue on with this. Okay, so dire-diretso po si Miss Sydney ay i-introduce lang yung judge to the auditorium, to the general public dito sa auditorium na present while I'll still continue to be with you. Okay, so again, if you have questions, not just about the particular dogs in the ring right now, but for the general care and attention that must be provided to these dogs, let us know. Please message us. So sa ngayon ay boxers ang nasa ating harapan. These are all males. So, dogs. It would appear that these are already champions. Looks like they're champions already. So, Mr. Ayala will eventually choose the winner in this class, and then later on, we'll move on to this is the champion class.
Guatemalan Dog of the Year 2003, 2004, and 2009. And Best Guatemalan Bred 2003, 2009, and 2012. He handled the Bulldog who won the second best in show at the World Dog Show in Mexico in 2007.
Is it possible to know who these dogs are? Okay, this particular dog that you're seeing now is the top winning boxer for his number one 2 years ago, I think, and he was the top winning boxer last year. Okay, his name is Freddy. Siya yung nire-refer back ni Miss Marilyn a while ago, and he's from the US. Now, our boxers basically American type. Hindi po ito because there's still another type which is European. No, so yan. I'm not very familiar with some of the other boxers here. Alam ko lang yung si Freddy because I have judged him a number of times, and I covered, well, we actually ran a feature on him para sa circuit show, no, for the Philippine Quarterly. Kaya meron akong background on his history. It also helps that, I quite like him. In the past, he has performed very well. Okay, while I was trying to figure out with Sydney how to pronounce the name of one of the foreign judges for her announcement, something has already happened, and now I think they've changed now, so they're bitches. I wasn't really able to see who got the best male, but okay, so. Avi Jen de Guzman de la Fuente says, "Go Freddy boy." That refers to the boxer. I don't know whether he eventually got the winners, the best male, but now we're already with females. So this is the youngest female class. So let us now read the message, the PM from Gwen Hovey. Gwen Hovey is watching. Hi Gwen, nice for you to join us now. So I hope that you will stay on, because afterwards we will have the live streaming of the 3 best in show. as I was saying, most of the Philippine boxers are American type.
Now he is
Now in Europe they have a different style. It's more substantial, bigger bone.
So here now having the boxers in grade
And
1,
American boxers, on the other hand, have more
in
elegance,
grade 2,
and
Pembroke
sometimes
is
they
in grade 3,
generally tend to be
Shih Tzu grade 4,
bigger,
Pomeranians in grade
taller,
5.
that is, but
We have the Tiffany
has
in
to
grade
maintain
6,
the elegance. But
and grade
the
7
in European boxers, on the other hand, tend to be more on the substantial side, the heavier side.
we have the Siberian.
For rank 2, we have Mr. Radagasic from Serbia. He's one of the first breeders of American Staffordshire Terriers in Europe. Started with this breed in 1985 and registered his kennel Prime Cells in FCI in 1987. He started his breeding program with Old St. Camp Dogs, owned by Rottweilers,
Okay, we have another
Old Crop,
um,
Farway, and Rockwood
message
Rottweilers,
from the Oxman
the
Roth,
descendants of the
and
Old
she's watching from Oz in
in 1987.
that's in Australia, if I'm not mistaken.
Most of his terrier love dedicated to the American Staffordshire Terriers. His Cranstall Kennel was the first officially registered
Please
ancestral
correct me,
kennel in
D,
Europe.
if
The first and
I'm
only
correct
class officially
by
registered
referring to
kennel in
your
Australia
place
was bred by
uh, uh,
Mr. Randy
to be
Patrick
part of
from his
Australia or
kennel
not.
King 55 champions at 4 continents. He was also the founder of the first special breed club in his country. He was the secretary of the club for 4 years. Also, he was founder and first chief editor of the club magazine called Gladiator. And he was president of several organization committees and organized several very successful national specialties for AMSATs and other bull-type terrier breeds in his own country. Mr. Radivach was the first AMSAT breeder judge in his country and probably in whole Europe. He got his judging license in 1992, and since then he judged at the most prestigious shows in Europe. Today he's a well-known international FCI all-around judge and authorized to judge all FCI breeds. He also wrote the first book about AMSATs in his country. That book had several editions.
Okay, our judge has announced a winner, and that's the dog in front, or the bitch in front, technically.
About all world and European champions about standard and comments of standard. He was also co-author of several books. One of them was about the most famous bloodlines in AMSAT. Besides books about dogs, he also wrote 2 books of love and bohemian poetry, 1 book of short stories, and produced 2 musical CDs. He is also an art painter, famous for his abstract expressionism. He painted several hundred paintings, and his work is in many private collections all over the world.
Okay, now we go to another class, a much older class, and we have 3 beaches in contention for this particular class. Okay, thank you very much, D. She says correct. Australia.
So in grade number 3, we are having the Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Among the most agreeable of all small house dogs, the Pembroke Welsh Corgi is a strong, athletic, and lively herder who is affectionate and companionable without being needy. They are the world's most popular herding breed, at 10 to 12 inches at the shoulder and 27 to 30 pounds. A well-built male Pembroke represents a big dog in a
Oh,
small package.
you can already pwede na po tayong i-join ni ano ni Miss
Yes.
Sydney Bascon. Ayan. Kasi po tapos na yung kanyang announcement para doon sa mga introduction sa judges. Okay, now we go to this. Oh, yan. So we have
Number 3, the Pembroke Welsh Shorty.
we have only 2 beaches competing here. Correct?
Yeah.
Hmm. Pag nakita mo yung ano, because you eventually will be judging later on, you will see a different type of boxer in Australia, for instance. Most of them they're very English in type.
Okay.
No, so they're not as tall as the American boxers. The mas compact, mas maliliit yung mga boxers sa Australia. Okay. At saka syempre iba itsura kasi
Yeah.
doon mo makikita kung haba buntot, tapos baksakan tenga. So iba yung expression.
In same with other countries
In Europe, yes.
in Europe.
Yeah. Ibang-iba. So actually you're looking at parang looking at two different breeds which may kinda be related but not exactly the same. Yun ang unang impression na darating sa iyo. Eventually you will have to learn how to adjust to your eyes,
Yeah.
'di ba? Kasi like in the Philippines we're very strong with boxers kaya in a way etch na etch doon sa ating mind's eye yung the
itch-
look that you're
look.
looking for.
Yeah.
Oo. Yun actually that's the most difficult part being a judge. Because the pattern that you're used to and that you would be looking for is kind of missing certain parts. But you have to judge the dog on its merits, no? Each individual dog. So you have to make an easy transition. The easier it is for you to make the transition, the better it will be.
In breed number 1, we have the boxers. Loyalty, affection, intelligence, work ethic, and good looks. Boxers are the whole good body package. Bright and alert, sometimes silly but always courageous. The boxer has been amongst most popular dog breeds for a very long time. A well-made boxer in good condition is an awesome sight. A male can stand as high as 25 inches at the shoulder. Females run smaller, they muscles frequently into short, tight-fitting coat. The dark brown eyes and wrinkled
So we have a viewers from Australia.
Yes. There's D. Osmondroff
boxers look like the athletes
and
Gwen.
okay, there are 3 of them.
Yeah.
Tina, Gwen, and Dee, all from Australia. I don't know whether I had the chance to meet them before when I did some judging in Australia back in the past. Because sometimes you know that's one thing that eventually you will encounter later on. You go to a foreign country, all of a sudden you're just you're just faced with so many new faces with
Yeah.
new names, and after a while they kind of look together all the same. So you will get to eventually when you get to talk to them, and then that's the only time that you'd realize, oh, I know that person.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how it is.
They're familiar.
Yeah, because you only see them once and that's about it. Okay. Gavino Analisa says, do we have boxers in the Philippines that are European English descent? Well, yes, I would suppose there are some, but they're not that popular because most of our boxer fanciers are more American based. So it's basically the preference of our fanciers. That will determine what particular bloodline they will be looking for. And at the end of the day, if you think about it, they're both from the same lines, except that through breeding, the selection process tends to intensify certain characteristics over other characteristics.
That's why there's a different like look
Yeah,
or style.
yeah. Like for instance, in the Doberman world, because boxers and Dobermans actually practically have the same path. Both are originally from Germany, and eventually found themselves or enjoying such great popularity in the U.S. While at the same time they are also still enjoying their popularity in mainland Europe. So, but the fanciers actually diverged in terms of the style. Okay, so in Dobermans, there have been some Dobermans that are essentially from Europe that were brought in and bred into the local Doberman lines. Now, also, even in the U.S., there were some top winning Dobermans that were brought to the U.S. for breeding, that eventually got themselves integrated into the Doberman lines. Like, for instance, my very first Doberman was from American breeding, and then the sire is a combination of the top stud from the U.S. American lines, and the dam is a top winning European sire, the European dam. So the sire of my first Doberman is actually outcross of a top winning American sire, that of top winning European bitch. So you can say that my bloodline, my original bloodline then, was part European. So that's why my dog then has far better, or not better, but bigger bones than you would find in most of the American Dobermans, because American Dobermans are more fine boned compared to the Europeans one. They're not as heavy as European dogs.
But Tito Fred, other breeders do that, right? They
Oh
mix.
yes, because you have to ensure. After a while, I guess that's the result of you tend to lose certain attributes that certain bloodlines would still have. So you would have to go back, especially if you have been doing very tight line breeding already, pursuing line breeding over a long period of time. So you have to go out and then go back again. So that's actually a breeding theory that a lot of breeders follow. Do line breeding, or even do very tight inbreeding, and then go out to an outcross and then bring it back. But if you think about it, almost all of them actually would trace to the same to the same family. But it's essentially the application of human preference over so many generations. That's why certain attributes would get to be pronounced, and certain attributes would get to be downplayed. Yun, ganun. Parang depende kasi, syempre nga, may ang dog breeding nagre-rely sa human appreciation and intervention. So, syempre sa taste yon ng mga tao na nagbi-breed. Mas gusto niya mas malaki, gusto niya mas balansyado, gusto niya mas maliit, mas pino. So, yun yung eventually over so many generations, yun yung nai-strengthen. Pero sometimes yung nangyayari, parang humihina naman yung aso. So, they have to look for another line. So, kaya yun, baka magpapasok naman ng another bloodline.
To compensate the weakness.
Sa mga Siberian Huskies, what has been your observation in terms of breeding lines or breeding approaches that have been applied?
For Siberian Huskies, it's almost the same. Uh, but certain exhibitors or breeders tends to stick to their line.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't mix they don't mix in the European lines and to the American lines.
Mm-hmm.
They usually continue what their breeders
Mm-hmm.
do, but some also mix. It
Okay.
some a lot usually breeds based on the phenotype.
Okay. Okay. Many years ago, I had the opportunity to watch the Siberian breed ring in crafts.
Yeah.
So crafts, of course, is just like the Westminster dog show. Is considered one of the top dog shows in the world, and I was so surprised because the Siberians there are not quite as nice as the ones that we have,
Mhm.
because there the emphasis is on the working lines.
Yes.
So there they don't have nice coat, they're thin. So
They have longer legs.
yes, because their tendency is to emphasize the working lines. So there you can see the application of the preference of people and the result on the look that or style that a particular breed would eventually have in a given locality. Okay, it's not saying that one is better than the other, but at the end of the day, it's just a testament of the preferences or the choices that the breeders have been making
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a comment here. Chris po, Chris Descalsota. Hi po, can you please acknowledge the dogs in the rings and their records so we may be familiar with them? That's kinda difficult for one thing kasi we're not very familiar with all of the dogs. Okay? Um, like ako personally, I will make certain comments on certain dogs that I know. You must also remember that we're only looking at dogs from a vantage point of view, and some viewers may construe certain things as not positive for their dogs.
Yes.
Okay, and we generally don't want to do that. Now, bakit po? Ako being a judge, I evaluate a lot of dogs. So, I should be able to do that. Pero kasi at this point in time, we're judges, we're viewers at medyo malayo po at hindi tama sa pag-evaluate ng aso yung aming location. Pwede naming masabi na mukhang malaki, mukhang maliit, o ang kinis, hindi makinis, but that's about it. But for us to be able to pinpoint, sino bang aso yan? Kung hindi namin kilala beforehand, mahirap sabihin. Kasi kung hahanapin pa namin doon sa catalog, no, like instance, hindi visible sa amin readily yung mga numbers. So, posible kaming magkamali. Okay? To look for a madadali lang kami, like ako personally, for those that I have judged before and dogs that I like, then I can make a comment. So si Sydney kasi is just starting to go through her judging process at hindi pa naman siya all breeds. So ang napupuntahan niya pa lang yung breeds that she's familiar with, and that would be in the Spitz and primitive breeds kasi sa group 5 nandun kasi yung kanyang original breed, which is Siberian Husky. So definitely si Sydney will be able to comment on all of the dogs. Kaya lang there are some people who cannot face the commentary or the opinion, because at the end of the day, it's just an opinion of a person. Whether you're a judge or a non-judge, you will have to form an opinion on a particular dog. Some people are very sensitive on that, at even if it's an opinion that has been made as objectively as possible, they will not take kindly to that. Siguro yung isang dapat matutunan ng mga dog, lalo na kung breeder ka. Kasi you have to learn the pros and the cons of a particular dog as against that of the breed standard. Para na sa ganun, lalo na kung magbibreed ka, alam mo kung paano mo lalaruin yung combination ng pagbibreed mo para mas ang mabibreed mo mas magiging malapit
Yeah.
no sa breed standard. Ang tawag doon kennel blindness. There's actually a term for that.
And maybe yung as a breeder, syempre hindi naman na if dog mo parang hindi mo makikita lahat ng weakness.
Mhm.
So maybe the other person will see it.
Mhm.
So we can I think we should accept not criticism, it's like an assessment.
Mhm.
Like we do with my group of friends. Whenever we have litters, we do like
A party.
yes, a party, a puppy assessment. So we will be having like a group of people, breeders also and exhibitors that will assess each puppy, and we brainstorm the
The potential.
the potential of the puppy, and from there we will rank the best puppy and the weakest puppy
Yeah.
from that litter.
Kasi kahit sa tao nga po, 'di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na windows o tawag sa psychology niya actually Johari window, which basically says there are the what we see can act or what we know can or reality can be divided into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is what you're aware of and what people know about you.
Yeah.
And then the other quadrant will be what people know about you but you don't know about you.
Yeah.
The other picture will be what you don't know, what you know but other people know about you. And then the last quadrant will be what you don't know and what other people don't know about you also.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good to test something that's factual into the reality of perception, because so you will be able to get a complete picture of that reality.
Yeah.
So yun din actually yung kaya nga ka nagpapa-judge, kaya sumasali ka sa dog show, para kasi kailangan mo ng another person's opinion. Kasi kung hindi mo naman kailangan, huwag ka na pumunta sa dog show.
Yes.
Diba? Huwag mo nang pa-assess yung aso mo kung sa tingin mo pinakamaganda na yung aso mo. So let it be. Wala namang kukontra sa iyo eh.
Yes.
So, bakit magbabayad ka pa sa dog show? Pupunta ka magpapakahirap pa, ba't iso-showcase mo pa yung aso mo if you're too sensitive about your dog? Diba?
Because judges are there to really judge and assess the dogs shown in the exhibition.
Mm-mm. Ayun. Okay. There's Gabino Analisa says, okay, hopefully in the Best in Show rings we can have the catalogs with the MCs to better appreciate the dogs like they do in other big shows in the U. Well, definitely we could do that later on. We can tell you this dog is the only problem with that is there are some dogs coming from other countries, so we can only tell you that this is a champion.
Yeah.
We cannot tell you, oh, this particular dog is the top winning dog unless we're personally familiar with that. Okay. So there. Incidentally, you must be aware that whatever we're discussing here is not being heard by the people
Around us.
in the show ring.
Yeah, in the showroom.
Yes, in the auditorium. So this is only for the live feed. So there will be no conflict into a lot of people saying that we, as commentators, we are influencing the judges.
judging.
We cannot influence the judges making their own decisions at that particular point in time because they cannot hear us and we're not dictating to them. And as judges, they are also full of opinions, about a particular dog because they have gone through that dog, they have evaluated the dog from various aspects that a judge normally will go through. Okay.
They check on the dogs and they feel the structure of the dog.
But that's a good point, Annalisa. This afternoon, when we do the best in show judging, we might we might be able to give you some insights. But personally, I can only give you insights on the dogs that I know. The dogs that I'm not familiar with, I will not be able to tell you. And the Philippine Circuit is such that a lot of dogs coming from different countries will not be familiar to us. Okay. So
Rini.
Gorin says Andy. Chris de Calzado. Oh, that seems to be a popular dog. Rin. He has some fans.
Yeah.
Paula Kapunihan says
Feroces
Feroces
Canis
Canis Bull Mastiff Kennel. So she's rooting for a kennel that she knows about. So the dog Rini is the call name or the nickname of Feroces Canis Freda. Okay. Okay, so that means it's a bull mastiff because
Yeah, the kennel.
yeah, Canis bull mastiff kennel. Now tell us, did Rin win? Because we don't know.
Because we don't know which one is Rini.
Rini, yeah, Rini, yes. It's a pity Mr. Simon Sim is not here. He's very familiar with the Bull Mastiff because that's one of his breeds. And I think he probably would know who Feroces Canis Preda would be.
And also to our media partners, thank you to the Manila Bulletin, Best Shot by Chris Chu, Ferdinand Travel Photography, Animal Z, and our international media partner.
Okay, now we go to this is the next breed, and it's
Cane Corso.
Cane Corso. This is a relatively new breed in the Philippines. Not many fanciers are into this breed. Okay, and
Just a few in our country.
very few. A lot of people look at it as one of the rare breeds that were introduced. But in other countries, it's quite popular. But mostly for guard work or protection work. Okay, oh, your friend
Yes.
showed up. We were just talking about you earlier on this morning, Mr. Arthur Ong.
We miss you here.
And of course, our transport service. If you'd like to avail of the transport service going back to the hotel, please approach the PCI Secretariat or the booth or the transport booth beside the body booth to schedule your transport going back to the hotel. And of course, we would like again to remind everyone to please be mindful of your belongings. Thank you.
You know, in my judging, I do not open their mouths. I allow the handler to open their mouths because they can be very protective. But then again, that is relative. Like I will open the mouth of any dog because I'm very familiar with
Yeah.
Dobermans. But it's a breed that we're not familiar with too much. That given the press that this particular breed has had. Okay, so you have to protect yourself. Okay.
You can buy the stuff that they're selling, or you can, did you have something there outside? I think for the EAC, grooming products are selling by the master and Team Pet.
Oh, incidentally, for all of you who happen to be listening to us and are in the Philippines and are into serious dog showing and dog grooming, you may want to drop by the venue because there are a number of really good vendors here. No, they are the very trustworthy distributors of different dog grooming products, which you may want to take a look at. They're also reasonably priced.
Yes.
Yes. So, especially our grooming students, you may want to come.
There are a
Uh,
lot of grooming
Yeah, grooming tools
tools.
that you can choose from.
And we also have dog merchandises.
Um, Gabino, yeah, Annalisa says, okay, maybe in the circuit shows in the future years, someone can gather the honors or accolades of the participating dogs in the BIS ring for the combination. That would be nice. It's actually something that we have been toying with for a long time. Unfortunately, not not much time can be devoted to that because for the longest time we have a few people doing a lot of work. We're multitasking as it is, and to go through the would require to go through the research that will have to be done to be able to come up with a relatively good a spiel for each of the contestants that will eventually go to the best in show ring is something that will take a lot of effort because unlike let's say in Westminster or in Crafts, you will have the breed selection days ahead.
Yes.
So there's really time. But here you do the breed selections in the morning or in the afternoon if you're scheduled for the afternoon, and then in a few hours or even a few minutes, or if you're the last, then all of a sudden you will have
The groups.
the groups. Now from the groups you will have then you proceed to the best in show.
Yeah.
So quite you have to devote some resources to be able to do that well. We don't because if we're gonna do that, we have to do that equally well for all the participants. We don't want it to appear like we're just showcasing a particular dog
Yes.
as against the others.
Just to be fair to all the exhibitors. So for VTR 68, the English Cockers will be in the live tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Okay, so there's a happy viewer. That's our Bull Mastiff Wanda Karina coming from Teresa de Pase Aguilar. Okay, Annalisa has another suggestion or observation. Seeing as the best seat from the circuit is at home rather than at the venue, because at the venue guests are seated far away. We can empathize with you because we are announcers. We can only see the dogs right in front of us, one ring away, and we basically cannot see what's happening unless we're very familiar with the handler who's handling the dog. Okay. I think it adds to the prestige of the show. Yes, it definitely will, but you have to do it as fairly as possible, giving enough in the same level of details for one dog as with the other dogs. Otherwise, they might think that you're trying to push for a particular dog or a certain dog. Yeah. You know how it is here in the Philippines.
And in other countries also.
Yeah.
With the dog sport.
Yeah. In the dog sport, exhibitors tend to be too personal.
Yeah.
They take things too personally. Okay, so sometimes you have to draw a line between becoming informative and interesting versus that of, being accused of favoring a particular dog or kennel or competitor. But definitely, I agree with you. But it requires a lot of inputs to be able to do it as objectively as possible. The research, at least, would
Because
require a lot of effort.
because we have to do fact checks also.
Yeah. Okay, your friends saying
Yeah.
hi to you.
Hi Bernard. He's from Singapore.
Oh, long way.
Yeah.
Nice that you can join us, Bernard.
Yeah.
Hope that you will stay on with us until the completion of the 3 best in shows.
Right now you are watching the Caucasian Shepherd dog.
Yeah. Caucasian Shepherd dog. It's a protection dog, actually.
Yes.
It's a very protective breed. So normally abroad, where we would get cautionary advice to be very careful. But again, that comes through time, through careful breeding of the breeders. If temperament becomes a major selection
Yeah.
issue, then over the generations you will see a softening of the temperament. Like before, when I started, Dobermans bite.
They are aggressive.
Yeah, they can be quite, because they're very protective. But now,
They are tame.
they're tame, more sociable.
Hi Awen. He's from Malaysia.
You have a pretty good idea that my co-host is actually a pretty well-known dog person, not just in the Philippines but in many countries in Asia and maybe in some parts of the North Hemisphere as well. Oh, this is a breed that I find so pretty. The giant schnauzers. I've had the opportunity to judge this breed abroad, and they're really very nice. The temperaments also are very nice.
They look very elegant.
Yep. But do you know that in Europe they use this as a protection dog?
Yeah.
So the looks can really be deceiving.
Yes.
Now, coming in from the grooming point of view, because I'm working with the club to promote the grooming activity in the Philippines, and this is actually part of the set for grooming dogs. So you can just imagine the kind of effort that you need to do to be able to do, and that's stripping, huh? That's not just
A basic grooming.
yeah, that's stripping to be able to do that well. So you can imagine the kind of effort you will have to invest on a daily basis. Nice. I've always loved giant schnauzers. For a while I was thinking of getting myself one, but I realized the grooming and the conditioning, oh no, cannot.
Too much effort.
Too much effort. When I was younger, maybe I would have done it. Ever since I began to handle my dogs, I started out showing or handling early 30s. And so my window to be able to really appreciate handling is very short. It's very narrow. Now, and by the time I got exposed to the different breeds, it was almost closed. Not window, almost closed. So I have to be more accepting and honest with myself in terms of what I am capable of and what I will have to give up.
Yeah. 。
Okay. Mad Madhaven Wen says she knows almost everybody. Yes, she's Miss Congeniality. That's Miss Sydney Bascon for you. Sydney smile. Oh my God.
Uloy. Uloy, we miss you.
I should invite you one of these days to be my seatmate here in the announcer's booth, Uloy.
Better.
Yeah. It seems like it's going to be more interesting.
It will be chaos.
I think we should acknowledge because we only have 2 more days. And anyway, you know, as what Uloy said, you know mostly everybody. Maybe you can quickly, and this is not not to promote anybody, but just to acknowledge the presence of our international guests,
Oh, yeah.
whom you may know. Okay, so you may want to do that. You can actually do that. The judges and the other participants will not be able to do
Yeah.
to hear. That's not for public consumption here at the venue. And if ever there are people watching with their cell phones, it's only for their personal consumption.
Yeah.
So it's just being, I think, just being hospitable and acknowledging the trust and the assistance that we get from all our foreign guests.
Yeah. So
Just from those you can remember. I'm sure you know some,
Yeah.
but that's okay. That should be okay.
yeah, we have a lot of foreign exhibitors this year than before. And I think a lot from Korea.
Okay, who do you remember in the Korean delegation? You can't also
The
rem-
names are hard, but
then maybe you can acknowledge them using their
English
nicknames.
names.
Yes. All our Korean exhibitors who are here right now, please excuse Sydney if she
Yeah.
gets to mispronounce your names, okay? Please don't take it against her. There's nothing personal to it.
I think we have Peter with the Bashon.
Mm-hmm.
We have here the Pomeranians, Benny,
Okay.
Doohy, sino pa? Sino pa?
If you cannot remember at this point in time, maybe we can go back to
Yeah,
that
we can
later
go
on.
back.
Let's move on to another country.
Then the next will be our Indonesian friends, Evie
There's
with
a lot. Of course, Abby, the
Abby,
beautiful Abby.
yeah. Vincent, Femi, Grace, Calista, Dominic, Ray, Arif, Robbie. Oh, there are a lot of Indonesians here.
Okay. Any other country?
We have a lot
Thai.
in
Thai.
Thai, of course. Thai. We have Wally, Tanya, Lek, Teresa, Ping Ping,
Of course, my
Of
favorite
course.
Ping Ping.
Mind, Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay, what about Indonesia, Thailand?
Singapore, Euphemia
Singapore.
also. We have Singaporeans, Euphemia. Americans, we have
Okay.
American handlers here. Lauren, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Laura King is here. Yeah. Oh, Uloy's handler, Nak from Thailand.
Not, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, we have a lot from Taiwan and China.
Okay.
A lot from the grooming, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I know a lot of them have already left because it's already they only stayed a day after, a day or two after the grooming competition. The grooming competition is of course the very first event. So they stayed on for another day or two and then they already had to go back. So some of them are not here anymore. But we
Yeah.
do acknowledge that a lot of them were here.
Our Japanese friends are here.
Mhm.
European friends, a lot.
Okay, any names
Russians.
that come to mind? Because I can remember, I can definitely remember some of my Taiwanese friends.
Yeah.
Belika, who has always been very helpful to the club and to the effort to promote grooming. Rex. Who else?
Vince.
Vince Hogan, of
Yeah.
course.
Savio is here.
Mm-hmm. Sabio is from
Brazil.
Brazil.
We have Ferdinand from Indonesia. Well, Kimberly Still and his daughter from US.
often. I miss your dogs. When I started showing, you were yeah, you were
Meron akong
showing.
bull mastiff.
Again.
In fact, sabi lang yung hunter ko, sabi ko, 11 months.
I see.
Galing sa Australia.
Nakakulang pa sa katawan.
Sabi niya, medyo bata. Pero yung sire was the best of breeds.
We also have our
Only the best for Mr.
friends
Camacho.
from Visayas and Mindanao.
Diba? Mag-sponsor siya ng French Bulldog.
Yes, she will have her.
Pagka-enter every local.
So, during the Philippine Circuit,
Yeah,
we
by
have
that time, buo na yun. Sige po.
we have a lot of exhibitors
you.
from around the country and all over
Join
the
us more
world.
often.
Almost all continents. Hi, Julie. Ula, you should be here next year.
Yeah, I will remember to make Colette to you
Yes.
so that I will have another partner here who's a live wire. Hopefully, we will not get ourselves into trouble.
Yeah.
Ulay, for the benefit of our foreign watch viewers, Uloyong is one of our serious when it comes to exhibiting his beagles, but when it comes to the after show events, he's fun. Okay, so. Oh, that's what Uloy is saying. He will be here and we will enjoy the food. Oh yes, there's so many nice restaurants here, Uloy. Okay, Uloy, now that I know what you're referring to, we will set up a table for you, specifically for that. Okay? So many people, at least by viewing our live, they will also enjoy. I'll make
Enjoy.
sure.
Yeah, they will enjoy watching you eat. Your favorite restaurant is missing you here.
Shout out to Nonos.
That's his favorite restaurant.
Ah, that's your favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
We ate there. When was that? Excuse me. We ate there 2 nights ago. Yeah, there's so many restaurants here. Uloy, you should come over. Make sure you're here next year. So I will not get to pressure Sydney so much to sit here beside me and make it more interesting. Okay, we were actually looking at the Danes. Okay, Great Danes is not very popular in the Philippines, but in some of the other Asian countries, they're quite popular.
Yeah.
Specifically in India, you have so many entries and really nice ones too. In Indonesia, they have a few,
Yeah.
but not really such a great entry. Not that many. In Thailand, there's very
A few.
few. There's
A
very
few,
few.
yeah.
I'm not judging Malaysia for a number of years now, so I can't tell you whether there's still some or not. Okay, Brian De La Cruz Valdez says, good luck to everyone. Yes, we're sharing your
Wishes.
wishes for everybody to be lucky, especially since the Best in Show competition is coming up very soon. Arthur Ong says, I used to eat there 3 times a day during circuit.
Not just 3 times.
More often than 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. Apparently, it's really your favorite. It's a good restaurant. They have good food.
I think he misses us so much here.
That's okay. At least you can be content that you can still see us while the show is going on.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wait for pictures to appear later on in your feed. Madhaven when Malaysia having some Dane with nice quality. Okay. Thank you for that information. I have yet to twist the arm of my good friend. I'll probably be able to see because Malaysia's hosting the section show soon, so I'll be able to see uh, the dogs there.
So right now you're watching the
Now we've gone to
Rottweilers.
Rottweilers, a breed that used to be very strong here in the Philippines, but lately have since lost the numbers as far as the shows are concerned.
Yeah. So we have a question from Dean Arguelles. In your opinion, what's the best breed of dog for this kind of competition?
Oh, okay. What's the best kind of dog that for this kind of competition? My answer is the one that will win Best in Show.
Yes. Because you cannot like
Go on,
you cannot assume which one will win because of the number of entries and which breed will stand out. It depends of the strength of quality during of the breed present in the exhibition. But there are a lot of top dogs around here. Top dogs from different countries. Top breeds of the different countries.
Let me add something to that. Also, it depends on the preferences of the judges that
Yeah.
will be invited in a particular circuit. Because
Yeah.
sometimes even the top dog in the Philippines would not win that much
Yes.
when it comes to the Philippine circuit.
And I think right now, from the winners we had for the last 2 days, we have different winners for the best in shows.
That's also a testament to one thing, the depth of quality that has been coming to the Philippine Circuit show. There are many good dogs, top international or top winners, who would come to the Philippines to be exhibited here. So that's why the judges have a lot to choose from. Of course, there's also some of the preference of the judges, whether we want to accept it or not. They're also human, so they normally would have certain preferences. And then, of course, you will also have uh, the, the the performance of certain dogs at this particular point in time. Like for instance, Sydney has been into Siberian Huskies for the longest time. She may have a Siberian Husky that's really drop dead gorgeous. That's sure to win in a show such as this. But a week before, all of a sudden, it shed its coat. So she can join. So,
Yeah.
so you can only judge shows such as this. You can only judge or select from those that are present in the show. Okay. Now, having said that, you will also have to consider what particular type of win are you after? Are you just after a breed win, a group win, or a best in show
Or a
win? So with those questions would come different kinds or different factors that you need to consider. But of course, let's face it, in in over so many years, there are certain breeds that are very competitive because they're really, by the very nature of a particular breed, they lend themselves very easily to winning in a show such as this. What are these dogs that are very animated or can keep their animation at any point in time during the dog and show process? So what dogs are these? Dogs such as in the working group, Doberman or a boxer even.
Boxer.
So these are dogs that are always on. Now there are dogs that are normally not like that. Their temperament is not like that. So they do not seem to animate as easily. So very difficult for the exhibitor to do it, or
Yes.
the handler to do it inside the ring. So if the dog does not perform inside the ring, even if it's the most,
Beautiful dog.
yes, it will not probably get the rating that it so deserves.
Yes. So, oh, as an exhibitor also, that's why what we talked yesterday, Tito
Mhm.
Fred, the health is important because the maintenance of having a show dog, you have to consider the stamina of the dog.
Oh, especially in a show such as this.
Yes.
You have 4 dogs, 4 shows, 4 days of showing. You have 3 shows in a day. The dog have to do the same routine again and again and again. Now, as we were saying, certain breeds have more dogs being more dog show friendly. Some dogs are more laid back, so they're not actually appropriate to be shown because after a while they get tired of the whole thing. They
Yes.
get bored, so they don't show very well. Oh, there's a Weimaraner pala. I did not know. Okay, we're actually watching several best in groups happening at the same time before us. Whereas you, unfortunately for you, our viewers can only see the Rottweiler, the Rottweiler breed judging. So please don't blame us if we somehow get distracted so easily. Okay. 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 We're back. So, Mad Haven Wen said, yes, welcome to Malaysia. Yes, I hope to finally meet you. I don't know you, but please approach me when you see me there and tell me that you're Mad Haven Wen. You apparently are very good friends with Sydney. Okay, we're still with Rottweilers, and this is the beach class. So there's not that many Rottweilers. After this breed, then we can already go to the group judging. So you'll be able to see also the group competition. So I'll try as requested by um, one of our viewers to give some insights on the dogs that will be competing. I'll try to do that. I don't know a lot of them, but I do know some of them. So don't think that I am biased and trying to promote a particular breed or a particular dog. It's just that I know those dogs. I've judged them in the past. And being the editor of the quarterly, I get to see um, part of the record of some of these local dogs. But when it comes to imported dogs, I'm not quite privy. Now, even if they're owned locally, but if they're just imported, I really wouldn't know also because they might have been newly imported into the Philippines, and I will not know. Okay. So this I think will already be the open class. I think the these beaches look a little bit more mature than the usual. Rowena, kailangan i-set up mo yung ano kina router. Kasi
Ay, sir,
ay si router.
okay na na-confirm niya na si Jinpik natin. Hindi lang si Bawa mamaling si Jinpik mamaya pag-best in show. Nasabihan ko na din si Sir Dave.
Okay. Our judge has chosen the champion female, and now it's going to be the best female. I think the selection for the best female.
Foreign visitors. For those who need to process the export permits, please approach the buy booth located at the entrance of the venue. Open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For transport services back to the airport, kindly approach the BCCI Secretariat. Thank you.
日本からお越しの出勤者の皆様、本会場とマニラ国際空港間の無料シャトルバスを運行しています。ご希望の方はグリーンゲートの PCCI ブースで予約してください。また、ご帰国される際に必要な犬の輸出許可証の発行も同じブースで受け付けております。こちらは 午前9時から午後3時のみですが、月曜日まで毎日ご利用できます。どうぞお気軽にお越しください。PCCI 重要讯息公告，请各位群友们注意，办理回国检疫证明与预约机场接送，请到长马入口处 PCCI 柜台办理。办理的时间从现在到1月13日星期一。请注意，回国检疫证明办理的时间会是早上9点到下午3点哦。长马人潮众多，请注意自身与财物的安全，平平安安、快快乐乐拿大奖回国。谢谢，祝你们有美好的一天。
For Patrick Cruz, we have quarterly magazine available. 3 are electronic and 1 is the printed one. And if you want to avail, you can just call PCCI. I am here, Uloy. So right now we still have the Rottweilers. So we want to thank our sponsors, Duncan, Wolf and Tail, EAC, Season, Chris Christensen, Canine Korea, Dalimundo, Postal, Madan, Manila Bulletin, Best Shot, Ferdinand Chandra, Animal Scene, and Our Dogs.
Now, we're now with the selection of the best of breed winner. Oh, it's still females, both females, sorry. So the judge has selected his best bitch, and now looking at the selection of his reserve. Or runner-up, best female. Okay, so Patrick Cruz says, bakit po once a year na lang ang magazine ng PC? Okay, hindi po quarterly pa rin yun. Pero yung pong ang ating pong quarterly comes in 2 basic forms. You have the digital version na good for 3 quarters. Tapos yung pong last quarter, yun lang po ang ating so far, yun pa lang yung ipiniprint. Ito pong taon na to, medyo ang dami po kasing ganap sa PCCI, kaya medyo po na late, and I would personally apologize for the delay dahil po ang daming inaayos, ang daming activities ng PCCI, kaya medyo po nahuli yung pong quarterly. Okay? But it's still quarterly. It's just that yung pong magazine, isang beses na yung paper magazine, once a year na lang po talaga yon. Pero yung pong ating sorry, yung pong ating digital version ay quarterly pa rin. Even po yung fourth quarter comes in two versions, the quarterly and the digital. So, hinahanap ka na, Sydney. Where are you? Come back. Hinahanap ka ng best friend uloy mo. Nakita ka yata. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, the router that Mr. Arthur Ong is referring to, of course, is Dr. Router Bernardo, who's one of their very good friends. Now, incidentally, Dr. Router is also one of our contributors, one of the members of the publication committee, and they help us out in coming up with the veterinary corner para po sa ating issues ng quarterly magazine. Okay, say hi to Router, Carwina, and Tito Angka. Tita Angka. Yes, I'm sure nabanggit ka na nila.
Parang spam.
Ha?
Parang spam lang yung release.
Okay. Okay, Arthur Ong says, Sydney, smile. Andiyan ka na naman. May gusto mong may ngitian na naman si Sydney. Sino ba yung gusto mong pangitian kay Sydney?
Now,
Okay. We're now in the last breed, which is a Doberman. Our judge from... Anong country na nga siya?
From Guatemala.
From Guatemala is now going over the Dobermans. Okay. Wala pa yung baby si... yung mga typical na mga marites na mga Pilipino. Sa ano pa rin siya? Sa production pa rin siya.
So, we have a viewer from Italy, Miss Martina Biancheri.
PCCI magazine has become more informative. Congrats to all involved. Oh, thank you, Arthur. We try to do that. Baka naman gusto mo mag-contribute ng article one of these days. And hello to Miss Martina Blancheri from Italy.
And Kuya Brian, hi.
Carwina, kumusta na yung ating third?
Hi, Kuya Brian. Bakit wala ka dito?
Bakit nasa... si...
Brian.
Okay. Kumusta na yung wife mo, Brian? I hope she's okay. Okay, we had comedic relief there with Doberman, with the red Doberman, who apparently wants to have some fun with the uh, lady handler. Now, the lady handler is from the US, so they had to change handlers.
Calling all big winners for Group 5 to please proceed to ring number 5. Big winners for Group 5 to ring 5 please for the group competition.
our judge is selected, and he has chosen to award first to the red Doberman. So now we will be choosing the best class male. Okay. Now we have the champions, or Philippine champions of record, or even Hall of Fame. These are all finished dogs. So and they're all competing in this champion class.
Breed winners for under Group 5 to please proceed in Ring 5 for the group competition.
Okay, there's a message here from Harold de Maisip. I miss showing doves. Yeah, I also miss looking at the Dobermans that you used to show. Hope you can show again. Okay, next. Congrats, Cody, my baby girl. sana ikaw mag grand champion. Well, I hope I am wishing with you, you know. It's always so nice when you finish your dogs in the campaign. Hopefully, after which you can retire them to the whelping box so they can prove themselves once again how well they'll be able to reproduce their type. Okay, our judge has selected the dog ahead of at the head of the line gets the nod of our judge. So we're now, the judge is now looking at reserve, and reserve goes to the young red male. Now we go to beaches. Okay, the question is, Cane Corso po ring number 1 din po ba? Yes, we just finished with Cane Corso a while ago. The Doberman is the last breed in this ring, after which we will have the group competition after the Dobermans. So makikita niyo po ulit yung Cane Corso as it competes for the win for the honors at the best in group competition. The Doberman has always been one of the strongest and most popular breeds in the Philippines. For a while, it lost part of the popularity, but in the show ring itself, it has always been competitive. Okay. Oops. Oh, hi Gopi. How long more till till best in show judging? Oh, very in a short while. We'll have to finish the Doberman. That's the last breed, and then we'll do the group competition. Afterwards, it will be the best in show judging. Let me just check the schedule for you. Best in show judging. Wait, I don't quite see.
Last na yun, sir.
Yes, this already the last. We hope to finish this at
Guys, malapit na to ha. Ready
Yeah.
na for best in show.
so yes, we will just wait for some of the judges. We're a bit delayed because we're supposed to finish by 4 p.m. and it's now 4:08. So a little bit more patience, Gopi, and we'll be finished. Please let me know if there are any other details that you would want us to announce in connection with the soon to be stage section show in Malaysia.
After nito nga. Tapos na yun si ano sir, si Bobby.
Huh?
So may sakit na naman.
May you remind again that before the best in show is the junior handling competition. So may you advise the entries for the junior handling show to please get ready.
Will we have other? Will we have the brace and the brown?
Wala
And
naman
the
sila.
huh?
Wala naman sila.
Wala.
Kasi nanalo na daw sila kahapon. Okay na daw yun. Sige. Okay na din yan.
Hindi na in-enter yung aso ni Manisha, no? Wala yung aso ni Manisha. Ito ba yun? Hindi yan.
Sabihin ko.
Sir, pwede po ako makahingi ng mic?
Dami kasing dalang photo ni Kirby, binili ko yung mga ID, binili ko yung mga ID ng aso. Wala sila yung walang tanong. Nasa mga cable boy na.
Ngayon na ba?
Oo, andyan.
Magkano yung 150 isa yata yun?
Ah, sige.
Gcash na lang.
Would you want us to take photograph? Karwina, pakuha ng picture.
Doon, kasi background yung ano, I mean,
Ang pangit mo. Okay. Okay, some comments. Um, Brian De La Cruz Valdez says they look gorgeous. Yes, that's what Dobermans should look like. They really are gorgeous. Next, George Pinson says, congratulations, Kimberly. I'm sure she'll be able to, this message will reach her one way or another. So we're just about cleaning up the ring in preparation for the Best in Show competition, which will happen any time now. Or here, the some of the breeds are coming in. These are the dogs that were judged in another ring. So so they split the ring into two, the group into two. You have the smaller breeds in a smaller ring, and then you have the big dogs here in the big ring. Oo. 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 Like ko rin. Like ko rin. Okay, we have another message here. Good luck, Cody, baby girl. Some beautiful dogs.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. So we are approaching the Best in Show competition. So ayun, so after this after the group competition, like maybe in 5 to 10 minutes we will be starting the best in show na. So it's gonna be in another live streaming. So after the group will be ending the live stream, and we will open another live again for the best in show main ring. So later we'll be having Vince Hogan and Fred Salud for the main ring. This is our third day ng Philippine Circuit. Thank you once again for those who support the Philippine Circuit, and of course, I'd like to grab this opportunity to thank our sponsor. We have our main sponsor, the Duncan Philippines. Thank you. Wolf and Tail, EAC, Season, Chris Christensen, K9 Korea, Delimondo. We also have Paws Tail, Master, Liansin Pet, and Madan. Thank you so much for your support. So, as I mentioned, this is our third day. So, for those who would like to watch the yes, I just removed my face, but medyo shy type tayo. So once again, as I mentioned, this is our third day of the Philippine Circuit. We still have one more day tomorrow. So for those who would like to watch here, uh, face to face with the dogs, we have tickets available in at the entrance, as well as you can purchase it also to the Ticketnet website. So pagdating nyo dito, dire-diretso na lang kayo. So on your screen right now, this is the group 2. So it's composed of several breeds. We have the Boxer, Bull Mastiff, Cane Corso, Caucasian Shepherd Dog, Giant Schnauzer, Great Dane, Rottweiler, Dobermans, and you can see right now that's the Schnauzer. Waiting for the mini Schnauzer, that's the Schnauzer right now. For the past few rings, yung miniature Schnauzer, it has been consistent. Palagi siyang nasa best in group lineup. So we will see if consistent pa din yung kanyang if the Schnauzer can still make up to the top 4. Oh my gosh, yung ubo ko. So, yung judge nagpick na ng kanyang cut. We have the Bulldog, Schnauzer, Boxer, Doberman, and Bull Mastiff, as well as the Rottweiler. Only 4 will, the top 4 will receive the award. But most likely, yun na yung cut niya, yung mga pinalabas kanina. Kapag parang elimination, ano na niya yun. So, ito yung kanyang top 6 for this group. This one is the Bulldog, the Schnauzer, miniature Schnauzer. We have the Boxer, and the Doberman as well. We have the Bull Mastiff. And of course, the Rottweiler. Ayan, yung judge natin mamimili na ng kanyang mga winners. So this is the number 4. Group 4 goes to the boxer. Group 3 is the Doberman. And one more round for the Bull Mastiff and pinalabas yung Bull Mastiff and the Rottweiler. So it's between the Bulldog and then the Schnauzer na lang yung labanan. So let's see who will win the best in group. So the trophy, this is the best in group. The best in group goes to the miniature Schnauzer. Congratulations. Yeah, so makikita nyo mamaya, you can see the miniature Schnauzer sa ating best in show lineup later. So that will be like 15 minutes after the group competition. So this is now the Philippine born in group competition since none of the winners are local. Ito naman yung mga aso na na-bred sa Philippines. Yan, the winner is the Doberman. Next is the best junior in show.
Bakit ba na ang
So thank you once again for watching. In a bit, we're going to have the best in show competition. See you in a bit, and just please don't forget to follow and to like our Facebook page as well as our as well as our PCI YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and see you again in a bit. Bye bye.